Hello everyone and welcome back to the Last Cloudia video. My name is DK and today we're going to be going over the newest unit that will be dropping tomorrow morning. We have the newest Heavenly Knight, Melza. Now, before we get into the unit itself, I wanted to go ahead and dive into how this gacha is going to play out. So she is still considered a general unit, but they changed the way it all works out and the way you pull and how soon she'll reach a general. I don't really like this. I hope that this is not something that's ongoing. Maybe it's just for her for a special occasion. I really don't know. So if this is going to be the way that they want to go, which I get it business wise, it makes more sense to do something like this versus the way they used to do it. So the way they used to do it is that we could generally use tickets for the general units that came out immediately after they were released on day one. Now they seem to go, they're going a different path and they're going to be releasing the unit into the general pool 6 months later. That if I don't want to pull on a general, so that basically means that if you really want a unit, you'll have to pull it from the gacha. Now they will be providing tickets from the event, which is still really good. Tickets are still pretty OP in this game. But I believe the SSR arc will be in the general pool immediately upon the update tomorrow morning. So the thing they're doing with this is a little off. You know, it's weird, but so guys, so yeah, if you want to pull on her using gacha tickets that you've accumulated over the past couple months, you'll have to wait 6 months for that to happen. If you really do think this unit's going to work well for your kit, I mean for your profile or your game, then you know, you're gonna have to spend, you know, your paid or your free crystals on her within that day. They are doing a once and this is unique. I do like this a lot. They're doing a daily free gacha, which I'm a big fan. Y'all know that if you know me, I love single dailies. They're giving us a free daily every day. So it's a 1-spin gacha, 17 free spins. You could still, I want to say this might still be, yep, and she is right up on this. So that's really good. There is a really good chance that you can still grab her. My opinion, single pulls are broken. I love them. So with that said, just want to kind of get that out there that she will not be on the general day one. So don't go throwing all your tickets for her. Just make sure that if you really do want to pull for her, you go to the actual gacha itself. All right. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the video and let's see what this kit's about. I love this. This is so good. I like her little outline. She was my first shift unit back to, you know, 3.5 years ago. So memories, right? Okay, so real quick, I do really like the animations. I think her art is stunning as hell. Before we dive into this, there's one nitpick thing. She doesn't come with dual wield. She's going to be clearly a dual unit. You see Vaughn's sword, Celios' sword, and there's no dual wield. So that means already pretty SC hungry. 14 SC you're going to have to use for that to make her work pretty well. But going on this, these are all based on single hits. So 8 hits on S1. You have 13 hits on her S2. That's a pretty decent animation speed, not too bad. And then a gap closer at 20 hits. That's really good. So 40 hits on dual wield. Nice, really nice on that one. I do like how they're increasing the amount of hits on the specials. And this looks like it's hitting all enemies. So really good. A total, I believe, of 54. Okay. Okay, so moving on to her traits, I do really like her trait. We have Azure Flame, we have fire and ice damage plus 100%. That's going to help her with the dual elements because in the past, dual elements usually never really work that well. You'll have one part capping, one part severely not capping. Like let's say you lower ice resistance, you don't lower the ice resistance, but you lower the fire resistance. You'll have full caps on, 60k caps on your fire damage. It's what you'll be hitting around 60 and above on the caps, and then your ice damage will be just completely nerfed. So you will have to work now. I figured out some ways that you can go ahead and get past that to make this unit pretty effective. But like I said, usually in the past, it doesn't really work that well. There's a lot of problems with it. But maybe this is a step in the right direction. We'll see when the unit drops. We can't really make any really harsh judgment just yet. But she does look really cool, right? So fire and ice damage 100% is really going to help her out. She gets a damage cap plus 10k, no condition on that. When enemy is in break, she's not a breaker. I mean, at least I don't. There's nothing break in her kit, but except for like a 50% increase. But I'm pretty sure her sword, paid sword, is gonna have a break, and the ice sword is probably gonna have a crit and a damage cap. Same thing with the fire, a break and a damage cap. Probably 50 to 100% on the break. So that could help her, honestly. But we have really good breakers already set in place, so we can go ahead and just run those instead. Because she does not actually have to physically put the enemy in break, which is really good. Most units with break have to put the enemy in break, and it has to do certain, blah, no condition there. So she does restore 30 seconds of SCT. Really solid. Yeah, I really do like that. So when skill attacking, enemy defense minus 20, so she has a piercing effect and deal damage. When special hits and attribute weakness, she gets an extra 15k. It's always good. Next thing on trait 2, we have Heavenly Knight. We have Battle Start, give all allies curses +1 buff. Now, really good. Some people are, resistant to curse. That's going to put them to nil, so very nice. Effects last until unit is incapacitated. Always great. I really do like this. This is a very high survivability trait right here. When close to death, greatly restore HP and 100% to SCR. Defense and MD plus 70%. Once per wave, won't faint from enemy attacks. We always love survivability, guys. She has a Indomitable Spirit, so it stacks with that. I mean, and then the new arc comes with some kind of survival. So if you run, normally when people pull a character in an arc, they usually run the arc and the character together, which in this case, that arc would benefit her. She just has a lot of survivability with that arc and these two built-in mechanics. So the next thing we can move on to is for kit. Now, no, actually, no, we're on skills right now, actually. So let's go ahead and read this carefully real quick because there's been a little confusion with other people that have been talking about her. Just to clear the air. Her skills are, there's not one soul that changes the skills. The souls are completely separate. We'll talk about it here in a second, but each skill is going to have its own element. I mean, it's going to have two different elements. So you have fire and ice on all skills, right? So medium area, fire, ice combo attack, followed by, I'm sorry, medium area fire combo attack followed by an ice combo attack. It's a lot of wording in her kit. So yeah, you're gonna have two elements inside the same skill. Skill 2, you start off with an ice, you finish with the fire. Skill 3, it's a gap closer, like I said, and that's what it looked like in the video on the demonstration. Fire and ice combo attack. And special also fire and ice combo attack. That's what I was saying earlier, that sometimes in the past, a lot of times in the past, we've had issues that when units come out with two different elements, they struggle with cap. And this could be an issue with her. There's not a lot of physical damage to back up her SCR. So you'll have to, she's going to be pretty expensive, I would say, on the SC side. Especially you already having to put in the dual will for 14 SC. That's already set and done. You might as well just reserve that 14 SC 100%. Okay. Now, moving on to her very, very unique kit. I did have to read this a couple times and kind of just really see the positiveness, and then there definitely is. So for basically, you're going to have two different souls. You have Yvonne and Celios. Depending on which one you use, if you use both or one, if you use one, you triple the effect to fire. If you use both, that's what you get right there. Ice damage, 30%. So this is going to help you with dual elements, right? Ideally, and I'll give you my opinion at the end of this. So for the Von Soul, you get fire damage plus 30%, damage cap plus 6k. When only one soul is set, you triple the effect. Super cool. I love the way they did that. Very unique. And guys, like I said, you guys know how I like my unique kits. Ice damage plus 30%, damage cap plus 6k, triple that effect, and that's going to be Celios. So you will have to set that off and on depending on which one you want. For the Soul Enchant Steel, you have Von set, physical damage cap, but enemies to weak to fire is 7k. For Celios, same thing, 7k, weak to ice. Double the effect, so 14k on that. So you have, if you use one soul on the first skill, let's say you want to do ice, you get 18k there, and for the Soul Enchant, you get 14k. If you use the Celios, so it starts to add up, pretty good here. For Soul Enchant skill, we have I got Steel, Skill, Shield. That's a lot to say. Still skill shield. All right, for skill we have Vaughn gets break 50%, damage cap to enemies in break only 5k. We have Celio set. We have crit damage plus 20% and damage cap plus 2k. When only one soul is set, you double the effect. So 2k on the, 4k on Celios and 10k and break on Vaughn. Now, what I like about Celios is that there's no condition there. It's just set. You get 40%, which is pretty much advanced aim vitals and a damage cap of 4k. So like a super advanced aim vitals, right? The next thing is the shield. For Vaughn, you get earth damage minus 20. Celios, you get fire damage minus 20. When only one set is there, you double that effect. So 40% to either one. So I'm going to lean more towards ice, and I'll explain that when I finish reading this here in a second. When non-attribute regular attack hits an enemy, we have Soul, Vaughn set, make fire. When you have Soul, Celios set, make ice. And then we have non-attribute when both are set. So her base attack is going to be either fire, ice, or non-attribute. And so that was before I got to the bottom here, I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? I saw Goddess Kiss. The regular attack is for Goddess Kiss proccing. Or if they're weak to ice, it's really going to benefit you, right? So for her skills, so before we get into this, you know what? Let's keep going. Attack up max, fighting spirit 5, heroism 3, crit 3, which is really good. We always love crit 3s. Royal armor for those crits, very nice. Reduce the crits. We have proud force, auto crit, very nice. Auto protection, auto haste, divinity buster for those dragons. Dragon spirits and gods, if I'm not mistaken. Special boost, very nice. Quick trigger, patience 2. We always love patience 2. Sword boost, sword high boost, sword mega boost. So we get 10, 20, and 30% there, plus a 2k cap on mega boost. Fire mega drive is 30% with 2k cap, and ice attack raise, I believe, is 30%. Ice attack raise 2. Ice critical raise is crit damage, and yeah. It's good. It'll all make sense here in a second. Giant killing 2 is 2k. There's no cap on the ice critical raise. So I was like, I got confused there for a second. Giant killing 2 will give you 2k cap on bosses. Ultimate boost 3, very nice. Physical weak point boost. Sharp eyes, very nice. Chance drive, it's okay. Goddess Kiss, only really for that non-attribute is going to really help. Not actually, I take that back. If they're weak to ice or weak to fire, it could work really well. And then Indomitable Spirit. Now, that's what I was saying earlier, is that her kit has a built-in, like, Super Awaken, and now she has a Indomitable Spirit. So she does have really good survivability. Very, very good. Now, after looking at this kit, I really think building ice would be the easiest way to control this character. And I say that because you get your 18k on Celios, then you get your 14k on the second skill. You also get the crit damage, so 40% plus a 2k cap. Also, using Icy Guardian benefits off of ice pursuits, right? So that is what you want. Attacking weak to ice enemies is going to be a lot easier to try and do versus trying to attack a ice resistant enemy. We do have stuff to lower ice resistance, but just not that much. It'd be a lot easier to lower the fire res. You actually wouldn't really even lose cap, because you lose 10k in this break right here. And if you were to run the fire set, you would have to break to get 10k. So ideally, you might as well benefit from the 4k from the ice. And then you also do get some nice fire damage reduction, 40%, which is really good. There's a lot of fire enemies out there. And then you get your attack is not, you make your ice attack, so therefore your Goddess Kiss procs on the ice weak enemy should be fairly easy. You should have some pretty decent procs. That's why I feel like you should probably run the ice. I know some people said fire immediately, but I probably wouldn't. Just because trying to cap on both ends, let's say you did do fire first, you'd probably see some real big drops in damage cap from the ice side. Yeah, just I don't think it would really work. This kit's interesting. You're gonna see a lot of inconsistencies, right? But that doesn't defer the fact that she's not a good unit. She is pretty dang good, judging by what I've seen so far. Just, you know, I probably would only do step up and tickets for sure. I definitely wouldn't chase her if you already have like Zakes, if you already have like Stan or Adele. I just, it's all just numbers in the end of the day. So, or if she's your favorite unit, then definitely go for her. If she's your favorite and you really like her, hell yeah, go for it. But wish the best of luck to you. But overall, kit's pretty decent. It's just like I said, I don't want to get too excited, and then we just see like some crazy inconsistencies in the damage cap, right? Um, so yeah, like I said, dual elements are a little iffy. I've got excited before. uh, it didn't work out. So I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna go all crazy just yet here. But overall, everything's looking pretty good. I like the uniqueness of her kit. It's really cool. So definitely more stuff like this, Adis. This is interesting. I do really like it. But for my opinion, I would do Ice Pursuit, Heavenly Knight Melza with a little bit of fire damage, right? That's what I would do. You just have a lot more fun with the pursuits. It's more hits. She's already hitting, pretty 40 hits on her S3. You're just adding more hits with those crits. She has a really nice built-in crit package. She gets nice crit damage. You'll see a lot of gold. And we can always stack that with other crit damage stuff as well. So, really cool. Again, she will be really SE hungry. There's some stuff that she'll probably need to do. She doesn't come. I wish she came with Ice Mega Drive. That would have been really nice. That would have been in the 2K cap. I don't know why they took that, but they probably removed it because of the break, as it is a conditional, and the Fire Mega is not. It's an extra 2K free. Again, that's probably why I would just go ahead and run with the Ice setup instead. But if you don't want to and you want to run both elements, there you go. I do think that if you did do that, you would probably struggle on seeing both caps, sides cap, depending on which one's weak and which one's not. Because I mean, it's pretty good. And don't forget that because you are only using one set, you are taking away the fire caps here. So your fire caps are going to be weaker. So you're going to see inconsistencies in caps. Like I said, guys, it all looks good on paper, but it could just really read this and think about how you want to build her, and think about what you need on your account. So just keep that into mind. But overall, unique. And like I said, you guys know I like unique. This arc never disappoints me, honestly. These SSRs have been so damn good. When HP is 50% or more, STR is 35%. Really cool. I like that. So cool. Yeah, and it's not a buff either, so it's just straight STR 35%. I absolutely love this. When HP is less than 50%, defense and M&D minus 25. Honestly, this is kind of like an arena arc. I would definitely probably use this in arena. When taking lethal damage, survive and recover 50% HP once per wave. That's nice. Wish there was a little stat buff on there, but it's fine. It's fine. Because whenever you get to that minus 50 over here and you get pretty low on like a single hit, that defense and M&D procs. So kind of like patience. Really cool. I love that. So good. Battle start, auto cast Firewall 2 and Ice Wall 2. That's something that does not exist really at all. So there's a lot of fire units in arena. A lot of ice units or a lot of ice magic that's hitting you. So really, really good stuff. I like that. Also, the learnable skills are just really good. We have fire chance, fire attack damage to enemies and feint or break, 10%. It's niche, but it's cool. Something new. Patience 2, I absolutely love this. 30% and close to death, and it's stacked with that that defense and M&D up there. When you start getting low on health, again, arena screams the name right there. That's what we like. Especially, honestly, we'll start seeing more patience 2s in arenas, skill builds. The biggest seller here for me, though, is going to be this Twin Dragons. Battlestar give unit a critical rate plus 50% buff. Oh my god, I love this. I absolutely love this. And they break a 50% buff. That's so freaking awesome. Hold on. Actually, hold on. Buff. That buff is I hope that's its own icon. I really do. I really, really do. We'll see when that pops out. I won't get too excited about that yet, but it looks really good. I hope it's its own buff. Tranquility, Ice Drive, and a Light Brave. Somebody pointed out to me that, and I completely forgot about this, but Ice Drive is only on an LR arc, so that's really good that that exists now. So yeah, I really like this arc. It's so good. Look at the art; it's fucking amazing. Um, yeah, as these SSRs that have been coming out lately have been so damn good. Really though, LRs not so much, but SSRs really dang good. So for the Arc Ether, we have Holy Ring, Antipodes, right? Fire and ice attack damage plus 10. I love the MP 40, SCR 67, defense 52. No attribute or ailment resistance. That's fine. Very nice. We can use this in niche situations, you know, especially on Melza. It's going to work for her. She gets an extra little 10%, and it's an accessory, so it works. She will most likely come with two paid swords, so we can stack this with her. I'm actually really interested to see what her paids are. Like I said, one could be break, one should be break, one should be crit, but I want to see what they add on the bottom there, with the damage cap, like 30% to fire, 30% to ice. You know, something big to help her cap. So we'll see about that. So overall, what I think about her, I think she's unique. I think she's cool. I like the design. It's definitely a step up from the other Melzas. My gosh, you know, we haven't seen a Melza in years, so really cool. She kind of reminds me of Sevia. And Sevia is so much fun to play with. So, you know, definitely, like for me on this unit, it's going to be definitely not a must pull, but I definitely would do step up, and the tickets for sure. So good luck to you guys on that if you guys do go that route. I wouldn't go crazy, and here's the reason why. I wouldn't go crazy because the anniversary is in a couple months. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be something really big, and I definitely would like you guys to have your, you know, gems for that. You know, and in 6 months she'll be available in general, so save up your tickets so you can get her there. So, you know, just think wisely before you pull. I know she does look really exciting, but guys, a lot is about to happen in the next couple months. So just be aware of that. But you guys have a great night. That's all I have for you guys today. You guys be safe. Have a great night. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.